Okay, here's the spot. This is where it got away from me last night. So I'm gonna try to quietly go in, which is hard to do with these skis, and see if we can find it. I'm trying to be quiet, but what I'm looking for is a small owl, 8 to 10 inches, 10 to 15 feet up, right up next to the trunk of the tree. What color is it? It's about the same color as this bark. So this is where I believe it would have flown from last night. Would have been perched right in here somewhere. I can't remember the radius that I was reading about, but usually when they have a day perch, it's a certain radius that they'll keep, and that might have been just for the nesting area. Okay, I think it is time to move on from this spot. I've looked for a while, gone all around. Nothing that I see that sticks out. And if they're gonna start calling in a half hour, I want to be somewhere else where I've had the most consistent calls. I'd love it if it was in here. I was packing up to leave, and as soon as I left the trees, this owl started calling in here. So no doubt it is in here. It's 2 days in a row back in this spot. Now I just gotta find it. So hopefully it calls again. I can pinpoint where it's calling from. I probably went right under it. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it. Ski back out to the car and go ahead and do my regular survey. I don't know if I've had one owl calling from 3 different locations, if I've had multiple owls. I was sitting here doing a little reading while waiting, and I came across something that was called a peep call, or something that the female does. So as I was skiing around, I was hearing this kind of high-pitched sound. I thought, what is that? So I had to do a little research and listen to that and see if I've heard that peep call in response to the male doing his call. So I'm gonna go ahead and go out, and I don't want to scratch that. Let's find this. Okay, I'm gonna wait right here. It's flying. So it's actually moving from perch to perch, looking maybe at cavity sites. If I can just get eyes on it, I know what I'm looking for, and this thing becomes real. It's not just a figment of my imagination. We're flying and singing, excuse me. And my thought is, well, it's going from cavity to cavity, saying, hey, honey, check this out. What do you think? Perch outside the potential cavity and sing and say, come here. Okay. Go get my stuff. Beautiful night. Boreal owl, great gray, great horns, and a distant silhouette just at this one spot, location 6. So still light, still good time. So I'm gonna go ahead and move out of here and see what's going on.
But while I'm listening here, I wanted to mention something. Now, I've talked about going a half mile, a mile out at dusk. It gets dark. I have to have a flashlight to get, so I can see. The spot with the Boreal owl that I've gone in the last couple of times, I haven't had to go that far. It's under a half mile that I've gone in. So when I do go out, I am prepared. And my wife knows where I'm at. And so if I happen to not show back up, she knows where to go look. My car is parked right along the roadway. And so they would know where to find me at. So I just want to say that when I go out, I'm prepared. I'm ready to be out there and face whatever comes out that way.
Here I am, location number 4. I have a northern sawa owl calling. I need to learn more about these owls. There's enough of them calling, and this one's close enough to easily go in and ski around and try to find it.
So, not much else going on. Locations 1, 2, 3. I don't think there's anything. Maybe something clear off, faint sound. What I need to do is, like I've done in years past actually, is do it backwards. So instead of starting with 6, start with 1 and work my way out. And that way, at that prime time, right at dusk, I can listen to these other areas. So that's what I need to do. Although that number 6 location is so good that I'm going to have a hard time passing that up. So I might go and just keep there and just focus on the one owl this year. Decisions to be made. But I guess tomorrow we'll see what happens.